Alrighty, basically, so I think let's just get this started, and maybe for now just do the introductory to these sessions that we'll be doing here live on the Kubatana Facebook page. Um, we want to talk about art and mental health, like in relation to this period that we've been through. Most of us are under lockdown. Most of us like in isolation, and it's kind of a different thing from what we used to have all the time. Something we don't want to say it's new, but it's something that's hard. Like we're forced to be in isolation, and that on its own has an effect that it does on our mental side. And then why now we want to introduce this aspect. Well, art for those that kind of like have taken up art in some instances. Art has a form of soothing effect that it has, that therapeutic effect that it has. It brings a balance between one's inner self and one's physical being. That's why basically we want to introduce this especially in such a time where we are under isolation and things are not going as smooth as would have wanted them to go. So then the next thing is how, okay, you may ask, I am not a painter. I've never painted before. It is not about having painted before. It is actually about starting to do the exercise. Because it's like that moment you decide to start running or taking a jog and stuff like that, you know the effect that it has, or the benefits that it has. That's why you embark on it. So it's just the same with this exercise that we want to start. It has effects. It has benefits, like very good benefits. And then why not start it now? Because I'm looking at an increased stress level amongst people. That anxiety has just gone on another level. Just because we're not in a space that we used to be. Like we used to be up and about doing our stuff, going to work, socials and stuff. But now it's there's nothing like that. We all like indoors, locked up, and it's 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 a bit stressing and challenging. So then why not engage in something that will set you loose, something that will bring a sense of fun, like getting, like actually getting dirty, like you know how it is with all the paints and stuff and just getting dirty. It has that sense of releasing a certain element that is tied up within you. So we'll be discussing on how we actually start as beginners, how we start as people that have never. We want to take this exercise as people that have never painted before. I have never painted before. You have never painted before. We want to start it on that level, whereby we start from the basic brush, basic holding of the apparatus and stuff from the start, like basic. Everyone is on the same level. That's how we can start and move together. So yeah, for those that maybe would have questions on how then we go about it, please do feel free to post them in our comment section or hit our inbox, and then we help each other, even from just above these sessions that we'll be having here on Facebook. Hit us up on our inbox comment section, and then we'll help each other from there after these sessions are done. So today definitely it's just an introductory, so you guys have to get your brushes ready, maybe um, sketch pads, pieces of paper. If you've got canvases, the better, so that we can actually work with those. So I was actually asked to talk about this piece that we have here. if you can, hopefully you guys can see that. Um, so this piece is titled "Reason." The reason. Why it is titled "The Reason" is because I, going through 2020, it brought about a lot of thinking involved. Like there was a lot of things happening, and all of a sudden we were under lockdown. We were like hit by this pandemic. But then what brought me to come up with this is a bit simple, because we've got in us, we've got a certain force that, despite everything negative going on, we actually produce a positive power. That's the reason why I actually created this. That despite, because this is just a figure of a dancing lady, and then these are faces of two people that are calm and relaxed and happy. But how can you be calm and relaxed and happy during such a time? It comes from that power that I was saying that's actually inside. And for you to actually release that power, you need to be in a position whereby you do not stress a lot, you do not think a lot. It's just be there in that free zone where your inner self comes out. And that's where we bring in this aspect of the art part, whereby we want to explode what we carry. Trust me, the moment you're going to start holding that brush with paint, the magic will start coming out. You'll be actually shocked that you'll be like, I've never thought of myself as an artist, but I actually have it in me. That's the whole power basically behind this whole process. And that release now will leave you in a better position. Let's take for example, you are a banker. Um, you right now you may be stressed because of the whole situation and stuff. But imagine the moment you release and you are in that free zone. When you go back to work, you don't work with that mentality that I just have to work. You're in that calm, free state whereby you do things freely, you do things in a different mood. Yeah. So I am really excited to be a part of this, and I'm very grateful for the organization that has given me this opportunity to be here on this platform with you guys. I'm very humbled, and definitely this is going to be one journey that I'm excited to be a part of. Me and you, and let's make it work. So definitely before I go, I just want to talk about something that we can ponder on, and then so that we meet. So we'll be doing these sessions every Thursday, same time around 6 p.m. that's UK time, and 8 p.m. that's Zim time. So as we prepare to meet the next lesson, and maybe to set a tone for where we are going, I'm thinking let's touch on a title that a subject that I've titled who you are. I think um most people like up until now we face a challenge whereby we actually do not know who we are, and we do not know our wiring and stuff like that. I'm thinking that's the basic starting point where we need to actually discover what our wiring is, who we are, and what we carry inside. Because some of these some of these problems and stresses emulate from us not knowing exactly who we are and where we stand. So yeah, I'm thinking that let that be a starting point. We start from actually discovering who we are. Those little things that make us work. Those things that actually push us to the next level. The small bits that amount to the bigger puzzle. because I'm thinking that's the connection that will take us to that free um, free space that we're talking about. So are, who you are, comes from one, the environment, definitely the environment, but the bigger part comes from the inside. Those things that maybe when people are not there, you do things that when people don't know. Some of you guys are like loud people. You talk too much. You you you're not quiet, but people don't know that side of you. That's because you hide the true you to people. But I'm thinking through these sessions will actually be in a state where we actually come out and express the real inner, the true person as is, and then do it in a fun way where we'll be playing with the paint and scribbling with the paint and stuff like that to make it more enjoyable. Right, let me just try and see if I can get someone to join us for some words here. Let's see. Yo, gee, what I said, thanks. Already, let's see. Okay, so I'm thinking the connection just failed me down a bit there. But yeah, basically as I round it off, um, let's be in that, let's ponder this until we meet next time. Who you are really, and what your wiring entails, who you are, and where you want to see yourself. How, the how part, don't concentrate much on the how part, but let's start from the basic who, who you are, your wiring, those small, let's start with those small puzzle pieces, and then the how part will connect after we actually establish who. All right, you might be wondering now. See now how the who part goes into the major of actually answering a mental side of this whole thing. Because the moment you fail to connect the distortion of the journey of where you are and where you'll be going. So as we paint, we'll be talking, we'll be discussing. It's not basically whereby I'm here and I'm like, okay, today we're mixing red and green and blue and white. I'm thinking, well, let's have this open platform where we actually take it one step at a time, build a case, build a dream. I love calling it a dream. Like, let's build that dream. Let's build that person. But we just don't open and start building a mansion without doing the foundation. So these are mostly like the foundations, the starting point, where we actually start bit by bit, this one piece of a puzzle at a time as we go. So definitely tell a friend to tell a friend that every Thursday on Kubatana Facebook page, we are now into the art and mental sessions. I'm glad to be a part of this, and I know you're glad to be a part of this as well. So definitely, let's make a date again next week, Thursday, same time at 6 p.m. UK time and 8 p.m. Zim time.